Hello, this is Nikki in Niagara coming to you from Niagara Falls, Canada. And today I am going to do a flip through of the sixth coloring book that I have finished. This is the series Brilliantly Vivid Color by Number, and this is the Animal Friends book. The art is by, and the name is very difficult to say, Sehnaz Bac. And obviously this is a color by number book. The artist is a folk art rock painter in real life, and he or she, I haven't read the back, doesn't say, he or she has made 3 coloring books in this series. This is the first one I finished, Animal Friends. The other 2 are Flowers and Mandalas, which is the next one that I'm going to start. And then I believe the other one's called Birds and Blossoms, I want to say. I don't know, I can't remember. It's Birds and something. Does it say on the back here? Oh, here it is. Birds and Butterflies. There we go. That makes more sense. They wouldn't have 2 with flowers. So Birds and Butterflies and Mandalas and Flowers are the other 2. And I have flips of both of those on my channel. Just go to my playlist, flip throughs. It's called something like that, and you will find those 2 books there, and this one if you want to see it partially empty, and many other books too. So let's get on with it. This has 30 original designs, and it has 4 full color prints. So first of all, the book starts with about the author section here. Her. It's a she. There we go. Does it say what? She is Italian. And she has an Etsy shop. At least she did it in 2016 when this book was published. You could check and see if that's still available. It's called The Adriatic Stones. She lives in Alba. That's interesting. I only really glanced over that section before. So first of all, these four pictures here are included as prints that you can frame if you so wish, but these are also pictures to color in the book. So first of all, we have this is written by the author, and she tells us her history, and she gives us some information on drawing and her painting that she does. And we get some coloring information. Then here you can see a page is missing, and that is because this is the color palette. I don't have it with me to show you, but there is one in the back. Is it? No, there isn't one anywhere else. Okay, so yeah, I have it with the other book that I'm working in because it's exactly the same for the 2 books at least. It probably is for all 3 books. So yeah, I tore that out to use because, as I said, the color palette isn't anywhere else, and it's annoying to keep flipping back. So I just used it as a bookmark. So these are the 4 prints, and the back of all the pages is a series of beautiful pastel shades, which looks nice as you turn the pages while you're working in the book. So those are the 4 that we have, and now I'm just going to do a flip through of the book. I'm not really going to say anything unless I have a comment to make. Yeah, a few of these I used my highlighter markers, not highlighter markers, but the markers that are supposed to be fluorescent, and they look like highlighters. I had run out of yellow for a bit, and was using that instead, but realized they looked atrocious. I think I even used a orange highlighter at one point, and yeah. So that shows up occasionally, but I did stop using it. So, and here you can see how the backs just kind of look like the fronts, but on a pastel background. I'm going to cover those up though so that we can actually see the picture, because it takes your eye away from what we're actually looking at. So yeah, this is Animal Friends, and it has cats and dogs and fish, all sorts of water life, and there's quite a lot of forest animals in here. These kind were quick and easy ones to do. And then we have full scenes like this. Most of them do not have the background colored. A couple of times I did color a background that wasn't colored, you weren't told to color, and some of them do have the back colored in, so the whole page is colored. It looks nice, but it's a bit time consuming, so there aren't many like that. Yeah, these ones take longer to do. That's the page I used the orange highlighter in. Oh, yellow too, both. Ah. Yeah, I don't think I did that again. See, here's one where it would have been easy to fill in the background, but yeah, I didn't do that much. This one I used a water-based markers. Should say for most of them, I think all of them except this one, maybe, I did with alcohol markers. And I did try this one with my water-based ones. But this paper is very smooth, and I just didn't really like the way they perform. Back to cats and one of the simpler pages. Oh, now that yellow and orange are showing up still. Yeah, that one was quite time consuming. And the squirrels. I have to say I like coloring squirrels, but I cannot stand them in real life because we have huge squirrel population here, and they're not the nice, well, some people don't like them, but I like the red squirrels. They're nice, and they're chattery, and you know, their chatter's not unpleasant to listen to. We have the horrible brown and gray squirrels, which are bigger, and their noises that they make are absolutely atrocious, especially in the mating season. They sound like, oh, I don't know. I don't want to. It's like a that is exactly what a squirrel sounds like in the mating season, and the whole spring is filled with that noise in my neighborhood. So yeah, plus they eat all your flower seeds, so you have a hard time growing flowers, and they eat all the bird seed, so they are very annoying in real life. I can't believe I made the squirrel mating sound on YouTube. Oh dear. Oh, that got me. There's no way to describe it. You just have to do it. And it's much louder. I kept my voice quiet for that. This is a nice one. I liked that. The only problem with this book is that the perforations are quite big, and some of the pages are coming loose at the bottom part there. There's quite a few of deer, I noticed. See, here's one where it's starting to come out at the bottom. And then there were jungle animals in here too. This is our first one, I believe. Oh no, we had the elephant. Yeah, so I have my little sticky here because this is the point at which I started doing the book this month, when I made it my book to complete for the month. There were a couple on this side that needed to be done, and there were a couple on this side that had been done, because when I first started this book I was flipping all over the place, and then at a certain point I decided to start from the beginning and go through, and that is what I do with all my color by number books now. I just start at the beginning and go through. I've never had myself turn the page and not want to do the next one so badly that I skipped it. That would be the only thing that would make me do that. So yeah, this one had been done because I don't see a stamp on it. Well, I must have done it because that's where I put the sticky. I just forgot to stamp it, I guess. So yeah. Now they're stamped from this point on, and we won't see any of the fluorescent colors. Yay! Now here is one that had us color in the whole background. And for this background I used graphics line painters. They are a fine liner paint pen, and they are really nice. I really like them. Quick and easy one. And they always seem to do that with the cats. And the fish, of course. These pages are fun to do, I must say. And the colors in the color palette are so bright and vivacious and vivid that, you know, these really look kind of like pop art because of that. They certainly aren't done in folk art colors. This was done on September 17th. That was my sister's birthday. She turned another year closer to 50. She'll be catching up with me soon. Because I don't age anymore. That one's nice. I liked the trees in that one. It was very different from the others. And this too. Quick one. And here's another one that had us do the background. My, if I don't use my Copics, my backgrounds always have streaks in them. Unless I do the circle-y thing. But, yeah, I like to do the back and forth motion more. Ah, well, that's a nice one. It's the only bear in here, I believe. Oh, no, there was the one on 4 feet. More fish. I like jellyfish. I like coloring pictures of jellyfish. And I believe this is the last one. Yes, it is. So there we go. And that's the end of the book. The French flaps show pictures of all of the pages colored. So that was, how many pages did it say there were in here? Oh, it says on the front 30. So there we go. That is my 6th book that I've finished. I see a lot of people asking the question, what do you do with your books when they're finished? Well, I consider my coloring books a collection. I actually actively collect coloring books to sit on my shelves and for me to take off and flip through, and, you know, not necessarily just to take off the shelf when I'm coloring. I like my collection. I've always collected books ever since I was a kid, and now that I pretty much read ebooks all the time, I don't have books in my home like I used to, so I'm really enjoying having a coloring book collection. So what do I do with this? I put it back on the shelf where it belongs, so it will be filed away with the other 2 books in this series, and I will always have the 3 books in this series together, whether they're done or not done. So that's what I do with my finished books. What do you do with your finished books? So thank you for joining me, and all my end of the month stuff is coming up now. So in the meantime, until next time, bye-bye.